Welcome to Trisha's Hideous Quiz. Trisha can't actually make it tonight because she saw a ghost. My name is Rosanna. I go by they, them, or she, her, whatever tickles your tits. And I play Bramble, a clockwork soul sorcerer, an ex-sandboarder, and a wheeler dealer. And I'm joined here today by Posy.
Yes, my name is Posy. I use she, her pronouns. And the ghost was deeply distressing to Trisha because she has a long history of being scared of ghosts.
No!
She was scared of it because she's scared of ghosts.
Whoa, that's tier one.
Who do you play, Posy?
I play Bug. He uses they, them pronouns. Bug is a little Crixco, deeply in love with the cave that they also worship, and very happy to be here.
Beautiful. And on my left, I am joined by our guest, Lou.
Hello, I am Lou. I use they, them pronouns. Yeah, it turned out that the ghost that Trisha was visited by was actually the ghost of friendship.
It makes sense.
Heartbreaking.
Honestly, makes sense.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
I've had a friend in decades.
And who'd you play?
So I play Thorn, a very, very awkward ranger, aim learn, and right, don't high five me because it will probably hurt you more than it hurts me.
Yikes! Beautiful. And last but not least, a candle in the wind. Robbie Taylor Hunt.
Hello, Robbie Taylor Hunt. I use he, him pronouns, please. I actually have something to admit. I was just in a big sheet with holes in it, and I was walking up to Trisha to try and befriend her.
You must have also seen the ghost.
Yeah, and then I saw the ghost and went over there, and then she saw it, and that's why she was so scared.
Yikes.
Welcome back, everyone. Last episode, we had Bramble and Bug who were setting up this little structure that found outside of Hade in the Constellation for Geely. Geely, who is now fluxed and is finding it hard to live as a fluxed person within the dome, was having this little kind of recluse that they could go to. However, they were soon met by Thorn. Thorn, who had strange dreams with these mysterious figures who had said to go north, find Deadly Bramble, and go beneath. With beneath, they looked beneath this structure and found there was an ancient cavern with mosaics on the wall depicting a dome, looking quite ominous, depicting people who looked like they were fluxed, looking quite upset, and depicting a creature that looked somewhat familiar and strangely resembling our dear Thorn over here. With this realization, a slab was revealed which had an ancient inscription on it in Abyssal, sort of old version of Abyssal, that Thorn could read through, which gave a little riddle of sorts, or a little depiction of what might be to come, or in the past, or in the future, or whatever it is. And with that happening, sand poured into the room. They scrambled out with some very skillful checks and attacks. They managed to scramble their way out, back to the surface with sand pouring up after them. And that is where we are now, catching our breath, back on the surface, having narrowly escaped being drowned in sand. That is a bad morning.
How far away from the structure?
Like 20 feet.
Amazing. I'm going to try and get back in. Yeah, I think so.
Really good idea.
Yeah, come on, team.
You scramble around to the back to the structure, and you can go through this little kind of archway that you'd made in your mould earth work. So you can go back.
Jilly, I'm really sorry, mate, but the wine cellar's not going to work out. We accidentally filled it with sand.
Oh, that's all right. I don't mind as long as you're all okay. It was full with sand.
Yeah, it's a temple, mate.
Oh my god. Okay, right. Well, I don't know if I need a temple underneath my house anyway, so
Just
probably
fill it.
for
It's
the
filled
Well,
with
that's good
sand
because
now.
it's filled with sand.
Right,
Yeah,
it's filled
even
with
if you
sand,
did
so I
need
can't
it,
use
it's
that.
still filled with sand.
And is the temple that's filled with
Whole temple.
with what?
Sand?
Right.
Heard of it?
No.
Right.
You see Springleaf, your sister's woken up. He's like, "What? You full of sand? That sounds cool, but you're okay. You didn't get drowned in sand."
No, I did get drowned in sand, but it was up against my ankles, and then we had to climb on it. And I had to climb on it.
Right.
Yeah.
You went like this because you used to have a board and now it's disappeared and down and down.
Springleaf, shut the
you.
fuck
Oh
up!
my god!
I started crying as well.
Yeah, they're both crying. What are you two up to?
Bug casts sleep on
On them both.
Are they always like this?
They're invariably a lot to handle, and Springleaf in particular makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Kind of like that they're like that, because then I don't have to be like that.
It's
So
kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just take a back seat, relax. There's a lot to observe. It's wonderful to be able to just, rely on other people to do the heavy lifting socially for you.
Yeah.
I have that responsibility a lot. I'm often like social heavy lifter because I'm so charismatic and outgoing.
I just. You okay?
3 deeply awkward characters having a chat. It's like, why? Should we? So what happened down there?
One minute later.
No one knows how to talk without Bramble there. There's a glue that holds the group together. So awkward.
I just had a dream. Who cast a spell on me?
I don't do spells.
Famously.
You know.
Bug.
No.
You'd be so upset with my presence that you'd send me to bed.
No, but you did that. You do the thing with Springleaf all the time. So I just thought, well, I'll do the thing because whenever Springleaf gets upset, you put her to sleep, and I thought, well, maybe that's what you do. You know, you put the upset people to sleep. Oh, do you ever do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another 10 minutes passed and everyone else is like awkward standing.
Anyway, God, I actually feel much better.
Yeah, what happened down there? Why did it fill with sand?
We found an ancient sort of, well, actually, I pull out the straps that I took. Lovely cuttings up and around this place.
You hang them up?
Yeah, you can have one of those. I'm going to keep them for a new sandboard strap. But take that, Judy. Yeah, it matches your hair. Yeah, some kind of like old archaic temple, reliefs on the walls. Nothing important though. Yeah, just sort of a picture of a person. Oh, I can't remember. No, make wide eyes at Bug. Be like, don't tell him everything.
You give I guess, what is that, like persuasion check or like charisma check to like communicate
I'll
that?
probably have to do a deception check as well at that point.
Yeah, because you're just going to tell him.
Insight or deception, yeah.
Charisma, what, deception? Or
No, it's more like trying to communicate that silently, so it's more persuasion or charisma.
persuasion is a 15.
Great, so you do get the sense of like, don't say, but then you can insight to see if you do realise that, or deception to see how...
I think Bug's gonna try to convincingly say, "We saw nothing."
Great, then do deception.
Yeah. Jesus fuck it, that's a nat one.
It wasn't meant to be.
Wow,
That's
so
meant to be.
what does that look like from...
Exactly what Bug just did. We saw nothing.
She was like, right, so you saw something really significant that you're trying to keep from me because you don't
No,
think I could handle it?
we
Or
saw
it's
you
dangerous?
Incredibly erudite and insightful for a tiny boy.
I take it more as Bug's incredibly poor deception
Right.
skills than my
We
insight
saw
skills.
nothing.
Yeah, do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, that's really bad. Yeah,
What,
it's really good effort though. Thanks, Bug.
turns to you,
Well done.
Thorn, and be
I'm
like,
learning.
Thorn, you saw the person who said we had to fix the dome. Was there?
Well,
Maybe you'll tell me.
they saw me.
Yeah, because you were down there with them.
Yeah, but people can't see me in the darkness.
Right.
They didn't see me.
Right. What did they see?
They saw me.
Me like what?
Like a
Picture.
picture.
There's a picture of you down in the ancient temple.
Yeah.
Right. And what were you doing?
This.
Shelley, I don't think it's important, darling. You've got other things on your mind.
What's that?
Like just punching the sky.
Oh, but you know, Jilly, we did see people that did look like you on the wall.
Hey.
Yeah.
No,
Lale Harry?
Team, let's reconvene quickly, shall we? Huddle up. Not you, Julie.
Right, I'll go stand
Just the
over here.
team. Springleaf, you can come. Actually, no, you stand with Julie. Actually, no, you come in. No, go away. Team.
Does she always sound like that?
Yeah, always. It's kind of scary. She scares me.
Does she
Oh,
have
yeah.
kind of sinus
It's like a deviated septum.
Ah.
She got punched in the head as a kid. She is a kid. It
Did
was
you
recent.
punch her?
Maybe.
Okay.
Neither confirmed nor I wasn't caught. Anyway, so Jilly is a child, right? He's a proper kid. Now, whatever he needs to do, that we bifurcate here.
You know, I'm a kid too.
Yes, you are, and it is unjust that you're given this responsibility, but we must also look after this kid, as even though you are yourself a kid. Now, I don't think he needs to know. No, we shouldn't tell him that we saw pictures of people like him, torn to bits.
Wait.
Well, they weren't torn. They just looked very unhappy.
Emotionally torn to bits.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's sad. If you saw a bunch of Crixco cutting about in a big mosaic and they were all, on the floor, you'd be upset by that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but they would be close to the earth,
And that would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine Flux don't want to be close to the earth.
Yeah,
Imagine how
so
that
true.
feels.
Okay, so we don't tell him, but okay, we don't tell him. Okay.
He's a kid.
But what do we do then if we don't what do we do? Because what do we do
Yeah, good question. What do we do? You know more about it than we do.
Panic.
All right. Okay. Chilly, darling.
Yeah.
We didn't see much down there. It's just probably worth you never going down.
All right. Well, if it's full of sand, I guess I can't anyway. There was a picture of a thorn on the wall. That seems a bit weird in an ancient temple doing this with something.
Yeah, I imagine we have to talk to someone or people that know a bit more about the history of this dome. Because I've got nothing. The history of the camp, I'm an encyclopedia, don't get me wrong. History of the cave, we got to
History
cover.
of the cave? Oh my goodness, would you like to know that?
We can do these lessons as we journey somewhere, perhaps.
Everyone can give me a history check if they want to just like vibe history or I think probably history.
17.
15.
About 15.
Oh, cool, pretty good team, all working together.
Oh, wait, no. No, 15.
Exciting. Was it 15, 15, 17?
Yes.
Cool. I think all of you think back over, think about the dome and the depictions on the wall. With the dome kind of ancient things, you think about Rendaway. Rendaway is this other township out to the east in the Constellation, which it was known more for. It has a lot of kind of artistic expression. It's quite a creative town, but through that there'll be sort of like tales of times gone by and that sort of thing. You also think to the sword, the like indentation of the sword on the plinth, and thinking of that kind of history that you know that there are kind of museums and galleries and things in Rendaway, which would be kind of your best bet in terms of learning anything about what that could be or its significance or why it would be linked to the dome.
Yeah, sounds like we're going to the creative centre of the dome. Or is it outside it?
No, it's inside.
It's
yeah.
inside,
So yeah, it's not far east. It's not. It's north of Naust, not too far off from Naust.
Would you like to come visit Nask? Yeah.
Possibly
It would be
after.
a detour.
Possibly like maybe we could we see it from afar and you could be like, that's where that is. That's where that is.
Yeah, because you know there's not much that you can see from far 'cause it's all underground. So that would be really
nightmare.
insightful.
We could still try.
Yeah, well I can show you the bare patch of earth where it's underneath.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Smash out to you right now. Here we are.
I think I've got to drop a little spring leaf off, and I think I just have to chat to me dad.
Springleaf's like, oh, am I not coming? Julie's like, well, I could look after Springleaf or take Springleaf home or.
No, I'll take her home. I need to talk to my dad just quickly before we get out of here, because I assume we're going to Rendaway now, right?
I would hope.
I think so.
All
Yes.
of maybe you give me Bramble give me a history check as well. Think about your dad's or perception, whichever you prefer.
Perception's probably better. Yes, it's not a negative modifier. 14.
14. You know, your dad had mentioned needing to go to Rendaway. Over these couple of days. So there is a chance that they are already there. You would probably all know, I don't think anyone needs to roll for it, that this time of year, known as a time when the temperatures shift a little bit for a couple of days, that there's likely to be kind of festival and arts and things going on in Rendaway. So it's probably like a lot of people kind of go to Rendaway around this time of year anyway. Probably in Hade this morning, you heard people heading out there.
Quite auspicious timing then.
Sort of.
I think my
Very
dad's might
thankful.
be. Yeah, I think my dad's might be on their way there anyway.
Does that mean that we have to take bright leaf with her?
Springleaf!
Springleaf?
Don't, you can't get her name wrong. That bra's her like nothing else.
It's Springleaf!
Oh god,
My
she's
name's
off. I'm
Springleaf.
so sorry.
Right,
I'm
leave
so.
that, my name.
I'm so. Should get her in the papoose. Here we go. All right, let's head out. I think I know the name of the hotel where my dad's normally stay, so we can try and check in
What's
there
the name?
anyway. Huh?
What's the name?
Mavel Lodge.
I'm Mother Mavels.
Yeah, Mr. and Mr. Mavel.
Mr. and Mrs. Mavel often come to Nausk.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What, to try and set up a rival business?
Yeah, but you know, Nausk has no need for lodges.
No, because you've got a cave.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Julie's like, I think if you don't mind, I can just stay here. I'll keep setting up my place, and you can just let me know what you find.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. you're not gonna get all mischievous and kiddy, and we previously had to chase you when you were trying to buy fireworks from people.
Before I knew I had a part of me that everyone would hate and likely banish me from my home if they found out about. So
I don't. Okay, yeah, being sensible is good, but I don't want you to do that because you're just scared about what they'll do to you. Like, we'll get to the point where you are less uncomfortable either living here or outside, but focus on this is your safe space.
Yeah.
And put your energy into that being a positive thing, rather than just fearful of what's going on outside.
It's great. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm really pleased here.
You're very welcome. Right, lads, to Bramble Lodge.
After montage of you trekking, doing monologues about the cave.
I've got like a bum bag on.
It's a montage. We're going to spend the next hour and a half in the cave.
And go. Just stop. Travel. It takes probably like 2 to 3 hours of you walking across, because you're sort of cutting east through a bit more kind of wilderness-like, not on kind of normal pathways, to get towards Randaway. Is there anything that anyone's like doing apart from monologuing along the way? Anything that anyone wants to think about or be considering?
This is when we talked about what Bramble was doing in the last few weeks. I had conversations with my dads about various bits and pieces of our adventure. Mm-hmm. Something very pertinent to Bug. And if I'm allowed to have learnt what I learnt, I want to have a conversation with them.
Yes.
Yes?
I'm trying to think what you're saying.
Oh, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we even set out though, can I try and find Manti?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
animal handling.
So I get back outside again, I'm like, Manti! 26.
Oh my god, Manti scampers over and sits in front of you.
I
love
like
that thing.
sort of like
I love it.
mantis head.
It died.
Right.
And and don't
What?
tell them he died. It's rude.
Why is it rude to say that someone's dead?
Because
Or
he's
has
not
been dead?
dead anymore.
No, that's why it's amazing. Brog brought him back.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
They'll be doing this for
Manti
hours.
seems pretty happy, pretty definitely. You've seen probably Manti a couple of times, but obviously when you saw Manti after they came back from the dead, they were very weird. They seem much more like their normal self now, Bramble. You slowly see them kind of come back to a point of normalcy.
I'll definitely get on Manti then. If we're going to go on this long journey, then I'm going to ride Manti.
Great. Yeah, and now on this way you can have this conversation.
So I reckon I've got like a tourist bum bag, sun hat, like big floppy thing. I've put everyone. I'm also being like, sun cream, everyone, please, sun cream. Like making sure it's passed out. Got pouches of it.
Definitely burning. Bugger's definitely burning.
On Manti as well, please. Squeezing tubes of it. Really tinted big thick glass shades on. I just want to say as we're riding over, being like, my dear sweet friend Bug, I had forgotten about this, if I'm completely honest, until I'd seen you again just now. I had a sit down with Sharpshell, who's my father that I don't see much of, but it's because he's actually quite an impeccable commerce person. Knows a lot about the world. Anyway, struck me as odd that in the same way that I've got a bright pink and blue fin running down the centre of my head, when we first met each other, I noticed that you have your feathers. Now, this isn't me saying that that's weird or different or anything at all. It's wonderful. But I get this from the biological link I share with my mother. Now, there is a heritage of people that exhibit very similar phenotypes, or rather characteristics, as you have on your bonds. There are people that are covered in feathers, Bug, and they're called muay, and not a lot of them live in the constellation, apparently. But I just want you to know that information, because if you ever do ask questions about where those have come from, I think that's a really good lead.
Oh, see, when I've been asking those questions, the answer has always been, well, the cave gave me the feathers.
The cave might have given you this heritage, yeah, but it's linked to a specific existing group of people.
I don't know what. Don't look. No, well,
Yeah, process it as you need to. I understand. I understand when I first met my biological mum and was like, I don't get it. This is my family. Yeah, it was all very weird.
No, because
I still don't really like her, if I'm honest.
but Nowski's there are just crooks going out.
Exactly. Yeah. What? There are just crooks going out. Yeah. Okay. There are also just rush in the camp, but Aimlearn sneaks in. You know, people intermingle, and that's fine.
But I've never even heard of a person with feathers. Other than me, I don't understand how a person with feathers could have ended up in Nask. So thank you for telling me, but I think it's probably more likely that the cave just gave me the feathers.
It might be more likely, but one day if you bump into someone that's covered in feathers, don't find it bizarre. They're not from the cave.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are no other people with feathers in the cave.
Yeah, and you look similar to that other group of people. Bug! It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
The cave gave you the feathers.
Okay, gave me the feathers. Yeah.
Yeah. And please put a sun hat on, because otherwise they're going to get all burnt off your head.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're welcome.
I get one out of my little backpack and I put it on.
Beautiful.
While they're having that conversation walking across, Thor, what do you think about and what are you up to?
Thorn is definitely. What am I doing?
Or just what Thor's there are, you don't have to be doing it if you're just walking.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna be sort of like keeping an eye out, making sure that nothing bad is gonna get to us. Because with all these questions of how safe the dome actually is, I'm just a bit worried. So keeping a bit of an eye out, scouting ahead, trying my best to like remember this as well, from other journeys I may have taken, and yeah, just feeling at one with the surroundings.
Mm-hmm, cool. Give me, give me a nature check or, do nature.
A 10.
10. You feel there's something about with a 10 you kind of struggle to get a bit of a read of it, but there's something just about you that with nature and with the world as you're kind of getting a feel of your surroundings that feels quite sure and just quite grounded and quite like, this is it. I know what I'm doing, this is where I'm meant to be, and in quite like a nice, reassuring, comforting, grounding way. You carry on walking.
Could I ask Thorn a question?
Yeah.
Thorn, how did you end up outside the dome?
I just really like to travel.
You just decided that you were just gonna go on a little jaunt to outside the dome?
Oh, yeah. I explored everything in the dome, and then I decided to go out of the dome because there was more out of the dome to explore.
Can I roll an insight?
I'm just sun hat, walking, glasses, ahead.
26.
What do we get with that?
That is very true. They
Yeah.
were just bored. They just have this drive to explore.
Is there anything with, you talked about kind of not feeling very like connected to your family and like culture as well, right? That
Yeah.
is part of it. That maybe you get with the 26.
Yeah, you can sense that there's this sort of disconnect with society. Like, it's very clear that I do enjoy people in small gatherings, but there's that longing to just be surrounded by nature and everything it has to offer. And there's excitement in there too.
With that 26 insight, you might notice a bit of how like the gauze is kind of draped around Thorn that just slightly reminds you of less of kind of Aimlearn culture, which you would have seen around a little bit, and 26 is so good, maybe slightly more of Yodior culture.
Which is sorry.
Or is it? Yeah.
Sari's ancestry was that. His culture was Gull, so he didn't really look like that. The only Odior that you've met was Grey, who had this kind of big sheets of material she wrapped around herself. And she was very out adventuring by herself.
She of the many
well.
cliches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was a
yeah.
textbook. Help badass with a broadsword, sort of lacked nuance.
She was fantastic in that she was so boilerplate.
Yeah.
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 Look. Yeah, but you get that with a 26.
Okay.
Great. You make it to Rendaway. As you approach, the first things you see are swirling sheets of colour with massive flags like flying, and there seems to be magic on the wind, which is making them like blend in different directions. And when the flags like intertwine around each other, they twirl and the colour shifts between the flags, and then burst away and go to a new direction. And you see that all of these kind of sandstone buildings that you come across in this little like large village are have a lot of like colour like splattered over them. This like dusty colour has been splashed over lots of them. A lot of the buildings themselves are just different colours and how they're built. So it's real colourful, exciting, vibrant kind of place. And you can hear music, and you can hear loud hubbubs of talking. And as you approach, you see there's loads and loads of people.
Okay, kids. I get out from my pack, with my pack, 2 sets of like earmuffs. I'm like, if anyone doesn't like loud noises or big crap, okay, thought so. There we go. Gotta pack 2 of them. All right, lads, into the crowd. I'm gonna be like, does anyone want to wear a balloon? You don't have to, but it will help me know where you are because you're both quite small. What's happening?
I don't like the taste of this place. It's a little forked tongue flicking out.
Oh my god! Same!
Fantastic!
It's
Good, isn't it?
To each other.
Yeah, I love the taste. There's so much sweat in the air. You don't have to wear
really
balloons.
is.
I'm not going to make you wear balloons. Now, I think my dads are in the Mavil Lodge, so I'm going to head straight there, try and understand. But we could go either to the, go to the museum where we keep those kinds of swords, or where else did we think we might have to go?
What sort of time of day is it?
It was the morning, so it's probably only like 1 o'clock, sort of like mid afternoon.
So I've got a little confession, which is I'm maybe in need of a long sleep because I cast sleep 3 times.
I've cast it quite a few times as well. Why don't we have an easy afternoon,
Right,
fact-finding,
yeah.
spend the night in the Mavil Lodge,
I think it sounds like a great idea.
and whatever we've got to do, we can do it in the morning.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed,
That's
indeed.
Let's go and check in.
Great. As you arrive into the main throng, people quickly come up to you. You see that this gull, who are these ancestry of folk who have big kind of scales and hexagonal scales which have been painted loads of different colours. You've got loads
Oh my
of earrings
God.
all over them. You've got swathes of material draped around them.
Amazing.
You see she comes up and she's like, are you going to be submitting as part of the wearable art? Because we have some extra things if you want to wear any art that you can go, because that's the big theme of the festival obviously this year. If you've brought some of your own things, great. We also have some extras.
Wearable art?
Yeah.
Yes, we will be taking.
wearable art.
It's beautiful. We've got quick scale armor. Oh, so good. And a natural wearable art already just in your day-to-day life. It's so cool.
I
I
made
don't
it
know
myself.
now.
Oh, so
just
impressive.
these
Great.
little
Well, that could be a
bands.
great base if you want to add some extra things to
Why
it.
would I need to
Just
add anything
have
extra to
this.
it?
Just
Bit of
any,
gauze, nice.
wearable
Where'd
art.
you get
There's quite a lot. It's
Yeah,
quite,
a bit of that.
a lot of extra stuff happening.
No.
Well, okay. Wow. Okay. Any of you guys want anything?
What can you give me?
Well, you can do a little lucky dip from these bags.
Yes.
And, great. And Thorn.
Anything else or just a lucky dip?
You can do lucky dip. Just the lucky dip.
Is it like a little stop, like the sawdust lucky dip?
Yeah.
Great, yeah. There's a
Amazing.
big crate with sawdust at the top and you don't know what you're going to get inside.
Yes, the lucky dip. What did you want? I'll do the lucky dip for you.
Do you have anything to paint these? And Thorn just sort of strokes there.
In there are kind of mani-pedi people inside, deeper into the town.
This is not a bit of nail.
But they do that kind of thing as well.
Okay.
They'll do all sorts. Yeah.
I was ready to be offended for you.
Thank
Which is
you.
wrong with me.
That's fine.
I'm just excited about the lucky dip.
You also have reason to be offended. So.
Okay, lucky dip. Off you go. Go for it.
I believe in you.
Give me 3 D12 rolls.
3 D12 rolls. Okay, wonderful.
And as you're doing this, everyone sees that there are like most people are dressed up in some way. They've got like as people are going in, there's people being like, wear this, and they're trying to get people all dressed up in some sort of wearable art situation.
Okay, I'm going to try and tip these odds in my favour a little bit and cast Mage Hand underneath in the pit of sawdust and just get it to like feel around for the biggest things or the most impressive things. And then I'll know where those are, so I'll go for them.
Okay, great. The biggest things.
Or like, what feels the most impressive?
What do you mean feels impressive?
You tell me!
You
know a watch feels more impressive than a Satsuma.
Okay, your hand.
That famous wearable art.
Satsuma. Get it, we got some. You feel the hand feels around inside.
Yeah. I've just cast it on secretly. And like,
you see there's quite a lot of like little pieces of card, like which come up a couple of times. There's something quite squidgy and squishy. There's
That's a Satsuma.
there's something which feels like fabric. There's some pieces of wood feeling kind of material. Some little squishier, smaller things.
Those are grapes.
What are you? I'll let you choose one and then roll for it.
I'll go for the biggest thing.
The biggest thing is that you can feel are these pieces of wood. There's like 4 pieces of quite long wood.
Yeah, I'll get plank.
You get these 4 pieces of wood out. You find 4 bows without the string.
What?
So it's like, oh mate, look at all the cool things you can make in that. You can have a little headdress, little necklace. Like,
bows! Like, I thought you meant bow like an archer's bow.
Yeah, like an archer's bow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like perfect. You'll like wear them on your arm and it's so meta and like a symbol of like what it means to be an archer in modern age.
Bramble taught me this word, and I think it applies very well to the situation. That to me seems like bullshit.
Oh my god!
No! I'm rubbing off on them! It does seem like bullshit, doesn't it?
It does, right? That's
Fucking
what
bow!
I
What am
use
I
it.
gonna do with it? I put them on my back and I'm like, well, something's got to sit there.
If we can get some string, I can have longbows.
Yeah, we can make a
Multiple.
longbow. I'm sure that's not difficult to be a bower.
I already have one.
Amazing.
Roll this on a
You now have
2d12.
4. 12 and a 7.
Ooh, nice.
With a 12, you pull out like a long sheet of gauze, like this kind of orangey gauze.
Also go nicely with the orange fabric I nicked from the temple.
What was the other number? Sorry, 12.
You're just taking all of them.
You take out a small pot, like a clay pot, which has gold coins in it. You know these are fake gold coins.
Let's crunch it.
Yeah, you immediately can tell they're fake, but very pretty and glistening.
Oh, those are pretty. Use my massive, like, big gold coin between my hands and be like, shame, eh?
Yeah.
Shame.
You look around and you see that people are like dressed in all sorts of weird stuff. People have got like any like things and detritus and recyclables that turn into like weird headdresses and like long things. A lot of them are like very cool high art glamour. Like some people look a bit camp, like they just whack stuff together, but some people are looking incredibly impressive and very cool.
Would you like a little pot of fake gold?
No.
Would you like a little pot of fake gold?
To do what with?
I put it back in the lucky dip.
That's fine, that makes sense. You hear, oh, you've all made it. And you look over and you see Vader walking through the crowd. She's got like a tankard on her. She is in her normal kind of armor, but someone has painted like some like art on her face. There's just like weird kind of squiggles and quite abstract design over her face. And she seems a little bit tipsy.
I like the shapes. Hiya.
Right, thanks. Yeah, they put this on me, but actually I kind of like it. Thought it was kind of
Looks
really
really
fun. Oh, bug. How's it going?
This is Vader. Sorry, Vader. This is Thorn, a new friend of ours.
Hi, Thor. Nice to meet you.
You should put the gauze on her in like a sexy way.
What?
What?
She's gonna put some.
Shut up!
Right.
Vader, I won this.
Right. Oh, nice.
Do you want it?
Are you gonna wear something?
No, I've got other things I can wear, but it's
Right.
your colour.
Oh, thanks. Didn't know I had a colour.
You do.
Great.
Orange.
Nice. It brings out my
Skin.
my orange skin.
No, you don't, but that's not complementary colours. Don't work like that.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, I can wear this. Great. Thought I'd
You look lovely.
Thanks, I'll treat myself to a day at the little festival. I know there was stuff going on. Is that why you're here?
Yeah, we're actually, I think my dads are in town.
Oh yeah, I think I saw them, yeah. They're at Bramble Lodge.
Where are you staying?
Oh, yeah, Bramble Lodge as well.
Yeah, in the King Suites up the top. Which
Yeah,
is
well,
really
they,
important.
They often just give me them then I wouldn't obviously.
They have like a desk, so you can get some writing
exactly.
done.
Yeah, Bramble Lodge desks are top notch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I better go.
You seem great. I've never seen that happen in real life, Posey. We'll take a quick.
Sorry about that brief intermission. Yeah, Vader's still opposite you.
Yeah, you seem great.
Thank you.
Anyway, don't worry about it. I'm gonna run away.
Great, you run away.
See you at the Manor Lodge.
Right, see you in the Bramble Lodge, and wanders off. Where do you head?
That was really good. Did you see that?
I don't think much happened.
We should go to the Manor Lodge.
Great, you head off to the Mad Lodge. As you arrive outside, you see setting up with a stall is both your dads. Your dads are there. They've got the glass sandboards that they make, which they've got particularly kind of decorative ones. You know that some have more decorative ones, but often there's quite practical ones as well. Here they've got really embellished, really extra beady, really artsy ones
So
out
many
front.
beads.
And you see your dad's Broken Rock and
Sharp Shell.
Sharp Shell Spitball, who are there out front.
Okay, team. So you haven't met either of my dads. I think you've met Broken Rock. He's really nice and very amenable, but Sharp Shell, my God, like an iron fist. We've got to talk to them. Hi, dads.
Oh, how you doing? And gives you a big hug. Your dad, Broken Rock's like, oh, my dear sweetie, how are you?
It's good to see you.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
Just bumped into my crush.
Oh, who's your crush?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, come on, you can tell your dad.
No.
Go on, you can tell your dad. You can tell us how you having
It's
crushes
Commander
on you.
Vader.
What? Oh my god!
Why?
It's the commander!
Yeah.
She's a lot older than you, you're 19!
So?
I wouldn't mind a little bit of like difference in
Because
it.
she's so hot. And she's incredibly capable and like she runs
Oh my
the course.
God. All right,
I'm looking
yeah.
I've been writing her letters. Don't worry about it.
What? So, what, she's writing you back?
Yeah.
And she's interested as well?
I think so.
Oh my god, the commander! into my
We're both
daughter.
consenting
I
age.
suppose maybe I'm a bit of a prude with the old dad. No, I just think maybe, if it becomes a real thing, we'll talk it through with your other dad. But maybe
Don't tell him.
Just
Oh my God, don't tell
I'm not telling him. Jesus, I'll make sure you don't tell him. Oh god, I hate that.
Jesus Christ.
Who are your friends?
Oh, sorry. This is Thorn.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah,
This is
okay.
Broken Rock.
Oh, we know.
We met.
Yeah, we met. But nice to see
How
you.
much are those? Those big ones.
Well, how much are these?
Yeah, they're the
Well,
shiny.
definitely we're like inflating a little bit because the festival.
But for me,
For you, we've talked about this.
okay, I've got to make my own one and learn how to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know maybe I'd find a slightly different thing for it, but your dad is pretty adamant that that's the rule. Right?
I know.
Do you want to go say hi to him? I know he's a bit busy, and you see he's like really dealing with people and like trying to trade stuff and flog stuff. He's in like real work mode.
I don't think he wants to see me. Bug, why don't you talk to him?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Great, you toss her over, and you throw her over to Sharp Shell, and looks down at you briefly, he's like, hi, and then gets back to like,
Hello?
Bug, yeah, hi, how's it going?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Right, yeah, I know about you through my daughter's talked a lot about you.
Your daughter is standing over there and she's too afraid to talk to you.
Great, yeah, I think she's
Fucking
probably
hell,
still a
bro.
bit annoyed at me because I've been quite hard on her after she lost the very special sandboard that I made her that she's meant to hate for her whole life. and instead she
Oh, she
Okay.
didn't lose it.
Shut up, man!
Right, okay, look, I haven't got time. What brings you to this place?
We're actually looking for some information about a couple of bits that have interested us. Our friend, this is Thorn.
Hello.
Hi, Dawn.
Sorry, Dad's really busy, so
Yeah.
we won't take up too much of your
Yeah,
time.
sorry, one sec, yeah, right, I'm gonna get back to
Sorry,
this.
yeah, but anyway, we're here for. Okay.
He goes back and your other dad, broke like that, you're here for...
No, it's fine.
No, come on, tell me, I want to
No,
know.
I don't want to tell you
But
what's
I'm not
going
even
on.
really doing anything, like, I'm happy to help.
We're going to the museum.
Oh, cool, why?
don't know.
Yeah, museum. Yeah, we went there years ago. It used to be kind of a bit more like they've got stuff going on, but it seems really different now.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just sort of, I think they've got new management. They're always getting new management, sort of taking it over in different ways. So, yeah, because when we went, it was called the Azteca Atlato, and then it was kind of more like little artifacts and things, and then they took it over and turned it into more kind of like gallery space, which was the Baroque quarterstaff that it was like for a while, and that was kind of got a bit more fancier. There's just a new opening. I don't even know what it's called. There's like a fancy opening, and there's like so people who run it now. They're doing like a little event. There's more like gallery bougie sort of vibe, but it was technically is the museum. It's more used to
We
be.
should still pay it a visit.
Yeah, I reckon if you're looking after some artefacts that you want to...
Are you just here to make money?
Well, I just support your dad and... shall I take Springleaf?
Oh yeah, sorry. She's
That's right, you've been sleeping for
the
most
whole
of the day. as
time.
usual.
The whole time, yeah.
There we go. Sweet, well, look after yourself. Do you want food or anything before you go?
Oh, we're going to check into the Mavel Lodge.
Great, yeah, well, why are you saying that? We'll put it under our names, you don't have to worry about it.
Thanks, Dad. I was going to ask, but I didn't want to be a burden.
Yeah,
but
no,
I am a
don't worry,
burden
don't
anyway,
tell
so
your
it's
dad,
fine.
don't tell your dad.
Yeah, I won't tell him anything.
Great. Off your pop, you go get some rest. You look a bit dirty and tired. What's been going on? What have you been up to playing?
Got caught in a sand pit.
Got a sand pit, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
classic. Or just sort of a big pile of sand fell on top of you.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, we've been there.
But you can at least like go. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that was.
I'm gonna go back to that.
That was really hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna go up to the Babble Lodge.
You go to the Babble Lodge. Inside, smiling, Mr. and Mrs. Mavel, who are a polyamorous couple, trio, who run the Babble Lodge, and they're all in perfect unison, like welcome as you come in. Like, welcome to the Babble Lodge.
intense.
Stay in the Babble Lodge.
Yeah, we'd like to get another room another couple of rooms on the number 3 rooms. Oh, how can
I
we
would
do
like to
this?
stay in a room with both of you.
Okay,
Okay,
you both be
we're
sharing
all
space.
sharing, yeah.
We'll do
Yeah.
one room, a triple on the same account as the we're not a throuple. I know, but we're not a
I'm
throuple.
a child.
Yeah,
I'm 19 and they're children.
It's not any triples.
I'm sorry, no, I don't know.
It
You're
doesn't have to be-
17.
It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be sexual. It can just be triples.
You're excited by the number 3.
Oh, yeah. Here at the Babble Lodge, we love the number 3. All the doors are just 3. Like, every key card
Every
says
chair's
3.
got 3 tables around it.
Yeah.
Chandeliers are 3 candles.
Three tables.
It's like, everyone sits by themselves, and lots of tables to choose from. So, one room for 2, 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
Also, I'd love it if, because my dads tend to stay in different rooms when they're working.
Right.
Because so if you could give send a note to just a message for the room of Sharp Shell Spitball, and just tell him that I am sorry and it would be good to talk at some point.
I am sorry, it would be good to talk at some point.
Yeah, and then also for the Commander Vader's room,
Yes.
just a note that says you seem great.
You seem great. From
Anonymous.
Great. And should we
Yeah.
just say Reichen?
No,
Reichen,
no,
right.
literally no other information. I need it to be
Right.
maybe in like a little black envelope.
Right, we've got lots of those. Yeah, there's a big pile of black envelopes there. Perfect
Yeah.
for anonymous letters.
Yeah, thank God you've got like.
Blackmail, you know,
Yeah, it's
ransom
not
notes.
black now. Yeah, if you could just send that'd be great, and we'll check in and we'll get to bed.
Great, and you're going to have to stay in the same room, that's all fine? Mm-hmm. Great, okay, well, we'll put you up in room 3. Here you go.
Great, lucky. There's all of them are room 3, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's a while to find the room.
We'll go up and we'll find it.
Cool, yeah, you like bloop, bloop, bloop on lots of magical doors, magical locks, and eventually find your room. And go in. You see there's one big double bed, there's little kind of seats and cushions, etc. around the room. It's quite basic, but nice.
I immediately just start building like a little fort cave for Bug to sleep in, assuming that you're not going to use a bed.
Yes, I would like to sleep under one of the chairs.
Great.
Right. Good lot of good this fucking fort was. We just go to sleep.
Great. So you can sleep for 8 hours and wake up in the evening for any evening like festivities and stuff going on. Or you can...
Let's recce the museum when it doesn't seem like it's going to take much more energy from us. We just go and have a look in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think let's go now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not totally spent, and I'd quite like to see the sights. I don't see much In the cave.
I'll quickly just nick all of the small toiletries that we get from the hotel.
Great, yeah, you nick lots of little soaps and shampoos and various nice things.
Yeah,
and you head off through this wrong. Yeah, so much fun stuff. There's people playing music, there's people dancing around, all their like wearable art stuff, so good. There's a little spoken word stage where people are like improvising some spoken word. It's all very fun and good. You asking around various people to get through, eventually get to this like very less kind of immediately colourful. It looks like it was quite an ancient, boring looking structure that has been painted and decorated up as much as possible, but like hasn't quite fit it yet. It looks slightly idiosyncratic. You see at the front, there are two women who are like taking tickets as people coming in. They are, everyone who's entering is a little bit more like glam in how they've been dressed up. Like when you're looking through being like all wearable art, a bit dodge, some a bit like makeshift, these are the people who are like in amazing gowns and like these kind of suits which have huge ruffs coming around their necks and all sorts of like amazing things.
They look
Does
so
it
good.
look like there's an event on? Like, is this the equivalent of the Met Gala?
It's not
This
as
looks
big
like
as
the Met Gala.
but it's that kind of thing that it's like
Is that Lil Nas?
walks in and don't exist in this one. Yeah, you see that there obviously is some kind of event. There's two people on the door who are kind of like being like, hey, and like letting people in. Yeah.
I think I should be the one that goes to talk to the door staff because I have a -1 to charisma.
Yeah, it's funny how you do often openly admit that you're not good with people, but also volunteer for this. I think that's a process of learning. Go talk to them.
Excellent. Hello, we'd like to go into your place.
Great. You see at the door there's these two women. One woman has this like massive afro which is like dyed into like a pale kind of pastel blue.
Cool.
She's wearing this like long dress and the like kind of which puffs out underneath her and it's just constantly twirling around her underneath, and as it does it sort of shifts between different colours. She looks down and she's like, hey, oh my gosh, welcome. Are you here for the opening?
Yeah, your outfit is amazing.
Thank you so much. I love your armour.
Thank you, I made it myself.
That's incredible. I made mine myself, but it took me such a long
I
time.
know, it's so difficult
So
to make
difficult.
clothes by yourself,
I
isn't it?
know, it's so difficult. Well, hi, I'm Salem. I'm one of the co-owners now of this gallery. We've got our first event. Are you there as well?
We're like a few feet back. I
Okay.
think we're just kind of watching you do this.
In awe, yeah.
Oh my god,
So,
they do
yeah,
actually really
Salem,
well.
She's like, yeah, there's this event. Oh, we've got this amazing range of all trans artists. This trans event, the new trans gallery that we're opening here. And we're so pleased that you can be here and be part of our community and opening up.
We're not interested in new things, we're interested in old things. Do you have any old things?
Oh.
Transness has existed since the dawn of time!
These are trends.
Trans.
You said all of them really trends.
And she's like, actually, also new. Maybe it was both. But there's also new trends that we have in terms of the latest of art.
Okay, well, I think I've finished already. Would you like to tag in?
Yeah, I slept. I think we do a full tag. They come in and like, hi, you look amazing.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Great.
Breathtaking, really.
Thank you.
And this exhibit sounds so sick. Can we attend? We don't have tickets, but we'd love to have a look
Oh my
around.
gosh, that's fine. This is just for only trans artists, but also allies of the community are welcome at this event today. It's obviously trans run, and puts an arm on their partner, who's this other woman who's in this like suit sort of thing, which has this amazing kind of flared thing around her, which goes like behind her head. And she's got like this short like quiff of hair which blows in the wind kind of constantly. It's like a fiery sort of thing. She's in these big heels with these like pantsuit, which like when she steps on the ground, this little spark like puffs of energy wherever she hits against the ground. She comes over.
It reminds me of my shitty shocking grasp. Oh my god. Her shoes do what a spell I can do. That's insane.
You see she's like, hey, how's it going? So great to have you here. Oh my god, are you here for the big opening? Amazing, look at you.
Yeah, I was wondering actually, like, we'd love to attend, genuinely. But all of the things that used to be in the museum, the relics and bits like that, like, where can we see them? Because I've got a bet on with a friend back home that you've got a certain thing that you might not.
Right, yeah, so we when we took over, obviously upstairs now we're doing all this artwork and we're gonna have little guest art appearances up here. That's what the opening is all about. And we'll have different cycles for different people in the community. It can be really focused on and seen in those moments. But this did used to be a museum, I think, yeah, and we have some of the stuff downstairs, but we don't that's gonna be like stuff that we sort through and deal with later.
Can we come and have a look? We've got a little bit of expertise in these kinds of like older relics and stuff.
Right, well obviously you guys seem amazing, seem lovely, but that's the kind of our private property down there, and now we own this place. Why don't you just have a look around the gallery? Maybe what you need is upstairs here.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
okay,
do you just have like new trends items, or do you have old trends items too?
We have like trends that are existing right now, but we also have I guess
So confused when you say trends.
I was confused what you were saying. You were saying trends.
No, I was saying trends.
Nah, they were saying trans. I can hear it. So what's going on over here? It's like
Like how our accents are really messing with each other. Trans artists from right now. I see so like.
Or like historical trends artists.
I mean, we have some like people who do art about like the history of trans
But it's
representation.
all new art.
But it's all like modern trans artists. Like we have some things in the exhibition and other.
Oh,
trans artists.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's so great to have some
You
things.
know,
here.
that sounds really cool, but it's entirely not what we're looking for.
You see,
It sounds completely irrelevant.
Yeah, she's like right. I mean, why don't you go in? Maybe if you are looking for some kind of what you saying, older things. I mean, they've got some like art about some older stuff, so potentially.
Let's see that. That could help.
Right. Yeah. Go enjoy yourself, and if you came back in like a couple of weeks, we could maybe talk about you having a look at some of the stuff, the older stuff.
Yeah, that
downstairs
sounds
or in the
good,
back. But yeah, have a good time. Take a juice on the way in.
I'd love to. Solomon's, your name was?
Low.
Pleasure. Bramble.
Hey Bramble, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Right, let's go in, lads, shall we?
Have fun. And they go back to dealing with people on the door.
I reckon we get in here and just find our way down.
I think we made a great first impression.
Oh, I think you smashed it, honestly.
I think you did a good job, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was some of the best sort of interpersonal stuff I think I've seen you do.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
It wasn't so great when you outright said that, you know, everything was useless that they were talking about. But other than that, it was really good.
Thorn has a very good point.
Yeah. Well, what I meant specifically by that was, you know, it's a cool exhibition, but it's not relevant to what we're doing right now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think we got that.
Do you think they didn't get that?
I don't know.
You should run back
Maybe
and tell them.
I go back and explain it in like a horrific amount of
Meanwhile-
detail.
Like really sweetly nodding along, be like, we get it.
And I keep mixing up trans and trends.
That's fine. We've got different accents to each other.
Meanwhile, we'll be just mooching around in the museum trying to find a way to understand where the downstairs could be.
Great, yeah, you go into this like quite big, grand, beautiful room, lots of like very kind of avant-garde art on the wall as well as some like classical pieces and some statues of all beautiful array of different things. So you want to give me an investigation check, you two, as you have this long conversation.
Damn it. Not very good. 5?
8.
Cool, yeah, you're snooping around. I think with 5 and an 8, you don't immediately find anything. Yeah, there's people here milling about. There's some people who kind of work. There's some people like caterers who are going around with nibbles and drinks. There's the artists themselves who are kind of like talking through some of their pieces. Yeah, you can now join the game.
Interesting. They did say downstairs, didn't they?
Well, can we have a look while we're here? Like, I would quite like to see this art, like, as we're here.
Yeah, sure. Maybe there are some older
And
pieces that
yeah,
can help.
exactly. Well, like, they said that some of them are, like, doing pieces of art around older things. So, like, we saw those mosaics, and, like, maybe we can see sort of similar mosaics here, or, like, anything like that. Is there anything that we can see in terms of all of that sort of stuff?
Maybe some of the people in the mosaics were trans.
True say.
And we will find art about them.
Could happen.
Yeah, but they were all fluxed, right?
Yeah.
But as in, like, are there going to be fluxed artists presenting work?
Portrayals can happen, I suppose, for a number of reasons,
Oh,
but
I
maybe
see
there
what
are
you mean.
portrayals of those people.
Yeah.
Let's have a look around for that
Let's
kind of
look
stuff.
around.
Yeah.
Cool, you look around. Everyone give me an investigation check.
Different die.
That's 20.
Ooh.
7.
17.
Great, with that dirty 20, you see that the kind of what would immediately look as maybe kind of like less impressive is some quite just like traditional paintings that someone's done. They look, like much more, average in style, kind of just quite like basic and representative and like naturalistic, but quite big and definitely very beautiful. You see that there's a gull guy there who's standing there. He kind of looks a bit nervous, and kind of fewer people are talking to him. And you see in some of those depictions, with that dirty 20, you see that there's something about the way that light is kind of around the head of some of the people that have been depicted in this picture.
And there's a gold guy there looking nervous.
Yeah, he's obviously the artist who's kind of next to his art. Like everyone sort of like has an artist next to their piece of art, artist next to their art, sort of thing.
I'd love to go and talk to him.
Yeah.
Do you want to come with?
Sure.
Yeah, you know, you were in that relief, didn't I recognise you? Hello!
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, well, thank you. My name's Bramble. This is my friend.
Thorn.
Yeah.
Hi.
We love this piece.
Great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favourites. Really proud of it. And it's so amazing to be showcased here. You want Salem and Low are so cool. I'm so glad
They're
asked me here.
so cool.
I know. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
it's like Hackney sort of Hoxton levels. Of
Right. Yeah, I love those bits of the
I was really interested in like the way in which you've made sort of light bend around the tops of these figures. Like, where does that sort of inspiration come from? It's quite a unique way of portraying that.
Yeah, I just thought that, it's kind of nice to show, it's otherwise quite a gloomy landscape. I thought it kind of brought attention to them, and they're kind of seeing sort of the darkness and light that can exist simultaneously within someone when they're trying to figure out who they are, what the meaning is of going through this dark, twisted reality that we call life. Give me an insight.
Yeah.
Anyone can, who's listening.
14.
23.
5.
I'm going to say just with the 23, you sense that is partly true, that he does think that's part of it, but that there's definitely something more important and meaningful.
I look at Bug, who always nails the inside checks. I'm like, Bug, what do you reckon?
Bug just turns straight to this person and says, do you know about the flux?
It's like, yeah, of course everyone knows about the flux. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna check that no one else is listening. I'm like, oh no. I use a mage hand to knock something over.
Yeah.
Priceless piece.
This woman is like,
It's like,
I mean, like the fantasy equivalent of a fire extinguisher,
Right.
something that's
Some
like
more.
a part of that. And there'd be canapes and stuff going on. I go on the back of the drove canapes.
Give me a perception check as well, because you said look around if people are listening in.
All right. 14.
Cool, with 14, I think you see one of the waiting staff kind of looks over and sort of like has vaguely acknowledged something before he sits out back and like goes off to get some more booze and food and stuff.
Right, you stay here talking to this guy. I'm gonna go and chase that waiter. Run across.
Cool. You go
Chase
down.
after them.
You see that he's like, why are you asking about that? Yeah, sure.
Because they've got
yes.
the same funny head things going on.
I'm not there.
I mean, he like looks at you for so long. He's like, okay, so that's something you know about because
Of reasons. Personal reasons and experiences.
that you know for you.
No, for me.
Right.
One of our friends is like,
He's like, what? God. Someone comes over and goes, I love your art. He's like, right. Yes. Okay, it's like, that's a beautiful little light behind the head. This is representing the darkness twisting through life.
Is that Lady Caesar?
He's like, I'll talk to you later, strangers who I have no strong feelings about.
Yes, we will be around in the museum.
feelings about us? Because it seems like you do.
Oh, it's like, yes, it's like, oh, God, who are these people? I'm going to ask about your artwork. We'll cut back to you, Bramble. Yeah, you snip back and see.
I'm chasing this waiter.
Great. Are you just like legging it or like trying to sneak after?
Legging it.
Cool. Legging it. You chase around the corridor. You see that he goes down a little way, and then like on the table that he's pouring some more drinks to take out on a tray.
I'll go and just put a hand gently on. No, actually, I'm not going to touch him. I'll go and just like lean near him and be like, "Hello, mate."
So, oh, hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Nice to
Yeah,
see you.
very well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
can I
you
help
so
you with
much.
anything? Yeah.
Not quite. Did you overhear anything we were talking about upstairs?
I heard some loud screams, and I was worried that what was going on there. Everyone seemed sort of suddenly very flustered with the some sort of energy. I wonder what that
Okay,
was
yes,
about.
well I'm sure if you did hear any details of the conversation, given the profile of this event, that you wouldn't go spouting it anywhere else. Conversations between artists and their buyers and their interests that need to be kept underground.
You can imagine, as someone working in catering for fancy archetypes, that I've heard some things that have absolutely stayed with just with me. So
You're fucking better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, wow.
Alright.
Give it an intimidation check.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, he's like, right, yes, absolutely. I won't say that I've ever seen you or any of your friends or anything.
Okay, I'm also going to do my new thing. I'm going to go "Ugh" to him, and that is flavouring my telekinetic shove, because I took the telekinetic feat. I'm going to try and make him jump and jump backwards.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to save.
Yes, you do a strength save, please.
Yeah, he fell, so
I go, shove 5 feet
the
backwards.
tray of drinks like flies through the air and shatters. He's like, oh my god, I said I wasn't telling anyone, why did you do that?
Just make sure.
He's like, oh my god, you see like another waiter like comes around the corner. He's like, sorry, it's like, what? Claudine, what have you done? I'm embarrassed. You dropped all the stuff and broken there. He's like, yeah, sorry, I'll get right to it.
That was my fault. That was absolutely my fault as a dickhead customer of this gallery.
Right,
That was my fault.
No, absolutely fine. Please, madam, enjoy the event.
You're welcome. I run.
As you go to leave, you don't need a check to see that down this corridor, there's a door very obviously to the side which leads downstairs.
Yeah, obviously I'm going down the door. Down that way.
Great, yeah, you start to go down.
I think I like hesitate a moment at the stairwell that might lead back to, or the corridor that leads back to my friends, and I'm like, they'll probably also figure it out if I don't come back.
Well, actually, even because you'd left that conversation, would you have gone after Bramble where Bramble had gone, or would you have gone elsewhere?
I don't think Bug would have, honestly.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Bug isn't the sort to take the initiative.
I think after maybe 10 minutes had passed, be like, Bramble's taking a very long time.
You cut to me in a basement, like waist deep in swords. I'll hesitate for a moment and then go, fuck it, and then keep going.
You'll go down. Great. You go down this staircase. You, as you get, it kind of like snakes around. You get to the level below. You can hear the hubbub of people above. You come to a very dimly lit open room. This is what we would think of looked like a kind of museum room. There's like little glassed off containers. There's a bit of descriptions about stuff. But a lot of the actual artifacts aren't there anymore. They've obviously been cleared away. You see some like big crates that are kind of in the sides of the room. Some empty. They're like largely empty, unused ones. But this room has like doors off to the side and a door in front of you.
Alright, in fact, no one actually told me what the sword looks like and we don't know. Gonna look for anything that's got the same sort of abyssal text near it or around it.
Great. Give me an investigation check.
Watch this. 8.
Big 8. You start scrambling Ruth, go through crates, etc. It's taking you a bit of time, not find, but like you're also not finding much at all. It feels like this has all been kind of quite cleared away. You see there's some boxes which denote like they were putting things in boxes, and here's the leftover boxes. That maybe stuff has already been kind of shipped out and not here anymore. We'll go back to upstairs.
Okay.
You see that Lo, one of the women you met at the door, like stands up a thing, like tings little things like. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here for the grand opening of the Bauhaus Epaulette, the new name for this gallery / artistic experience that people can have here. Please make yourself absolutely as comfortable as you'd like. Enjoy the artwork, talk to our wonderful artists that we have here, and have some little nibbles and drinkies. Okay, everyone, have a good time. Woo! Starts
clap from the basement.
Yeah. You start with a clap. What are you two up to? It's now been a couple of minutes.
Bramble's still not here.
I feel like that's fine, right? Because, maybe she knew to just go to the loo or something.
I don't know about that.
Give me a perception.
Yeah. Cool. Ooh, nat 20.
Oh my god.
23.
Holy shit. Okay, within that 20, you are like, don't know about that. Look down, see this waiter still like pick up tiny bits of glass from like a smashed area off down the side. and being like, oh, I can't believe I got pushed backwards, and clearing stuff up, and that just strikes you as something potentially chaotic Bramble energy.
I think he knows.
Oh, okay. Let's go to ask Kim. Hello.
He's like, oh, hi, oh, sorry, did you drink? Yes, that we.
Hi, did our friend push you?
Oh, you're friends with that Russian woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she pushed me. I thought I maybe just sort of fell backwards.
I
It felt like I was being pushed, but yeah.
That could have happened too. That seems chaotic enough.
Yeah. Maybe you're just very clumsy.
Right, rude, yeah, I guess, I suppose.
If you are
Bad day it was
clumsy,
for me.
if you are clumsy, you may wish to find a different job.
Oh god, like runs out back into the main
Wait,
area.
before you go.
It looks like you spilled a lot of things. Maybe you should like take accountability for that and then you can have your paycheck.
Oh
Jesus
yeah, I guess
Christ.
I'll just put some gold coins on the table.
I love hospitality workers. I love them.
Looks like I'm like, oh god.
Did you see where she went?
Yeah, she was here. I didn't see her go back to the party, so she must have gone to the bathroom or like somewhere around here. Anyway, we need to get back, and like scampers away.
Do we see anything else? Like, do we see this door that goes downstairs?
I think, yeah, I said for Bramble it's not hard to find. As you look around, being like, where could the Bramble have gone? And see your staircase go down.
Well, I guess that's where we go.
And you hear a bunch of crashing around and we go, ah, fuck, I have feet.
I think that's Bramble.
I think we should maybe go quickly because it sounds like she's breaking things.
It does. We should go.
Everything.
I thought I was clumsy.
You scamper downstairs. Yeah, you find Bramble like going through crates and through things. You find
Where's
like
the bloody
other kind of
sword?
old weapons and like bits of crap.
This
but,
is
like,
a lance, this is an old meat hook, a gizarm. There
Yeah,
you
there's
go.
also just like bits of like pottery and things like and that kind of stuff.
Fucking old pot.
But tries to catch it.
Yeah, acrobatics.
It's a -1, so 5.
Yeah, you drive in the wrong direction. It smashes the outside you. Yeah, there's nothing here, obviously, but there's another door in front of you. Go to another room.
Yeah, let's go.
Gladly.
Let's do that.
Great, you go through. I'm actually gonna say you go through to this room. Again, it's sort of similar stuff. You look through a bit, seems like nothing. Go through another room. Again, nothing. It's quite like sprawling down here, quite large.
Damn it.
Eventually, it takes you a while, but you get to. You see like a doorway which has a lock on it.
That feels like an important door.
If I was going to keep an old sword that was key to some sort of demonic temple somewhere else in the constellation, I would put it behind the lock. Okay. I guess we're just getting through it then, are we? Open the pouch! I'm going to go and like cast Tasha's coursing through on the metal and just like beam an entire 30-foot line into the side, into the lock.
was like fully just going to like test the handle to see if
No! Straight in.
So a beam of fire.
Beam of acid.
Acid blast through this door. The lock never existed as this like hole in the door just appears where.
That's fine, isn't it?
I hope it wasn't a pull door.
That's fine. We'll never know.
There's a hole in this door now.
Right, team, let's go in.
Let's do it.
You climb through this hole. It leads to like a spiral staircase which goes down.
Uh-oh.
You go down into what feels like a lower level of this building. Again, it's kind of like a very like crisp, cold air in the room that feels
Like a cave?
feels like a cave.
Wait, the last time we did this, which was this morning,
Me
it
kind
filled with sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look around the room for something I could improvise as a sandboard.
You before you go down.
Yeah, probably.
Cool, yeah, you scamper back up. Yeah, there's these crates, one of the lids of the crates.
Yeah, that'll do. It's not quite the same.
You can like snap it in half and have more of a rectangle.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do that.
Great. You walk out your back. And you descend into this room. This is, like a kind of 50 by 50 foot-esque room. It is immaculate, very neatly laid out, but the ground is now covered in dirt. There's like bits of grass like beginning to grow through the base of the ground. You see that there are 5 glass boxes in front of you, containers, perfectly spread in 5 in like a semicircle around in front of you. There are like there's kind of some like old artwork on the walls which are overgrown. There's like 4 what are they called? The suits of armor there as well. There's like chandeliers above each of the glass boxes, which are kind of angled all their lights down onto these glass boxes themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's when you come in.
Okay, come
Does
here.
this look like an exhibition space, or does this again look something that's like more religious?
This looks like a museum room for showcasing ancient artifacts that hasn't been used in a really, really long time. It's been sort of forgotten about.
I'll just gently go over to each of my friends and be like, come here, my sweet children. May luck be with you, my darlings. And I will cast Aid on everyone. Which gives you 5 extra temp HP, and your HP max is raised by 5.
Nice.
For a long time.
Great.
Just in case we get into a spot of bother. Now, alright, let's have a mooch around in here.
HP max goes up by 5.
Yes.
Great.
I'm gonna say the glass is all like slightly like murky, so you'll need to go up to it to see what's within each one. So just let me know if you're all going up to one together, or if you're gonna go.
I'm gonna
check
press
out
the
one.
digitate on the first one, just like scrape the muck off the inside and outside.
Is it furthest left?
Yeah.
Great. You look at that one. You see it's quite a large box. Inside you see an armchair. This armchair, on the end of the arms have these crows growing out of the arms of the chair. It's largely made out of wood, but it is burnt. It's black with being burnt. It's barely recognisable. You can just see the shapes of all these things, but it looks very...
Got a crow chair that's been singed. Singed crow chair? That's what we're here for, is it?
It doesn't feel relevant to anything that we're doing currently.
Okay, Bug. You're always very straightforward about that. Okay, just going for a bit of whimsy. What was it burnt with? Was it like fire or was it magic? Can I try and get a little arcane sense on it?
Give me an Arcana check with your high DC.
It's not going to be good enough. It's 13.
I mean, even if that is hard to tell, maybe you sense that you feel something's up. It's not just like a normal burn, but you wouldn't know anything kind of more than that.
Okay, let's have a look at the other ones.
You're going just round the semicircle all together. Cool. You go to the next one. It's a much smaller little glass box. You see that there is a silver mirror which has a lantern at the base instead of a handle. It is cracked across the mirror, and you can't, which has sort of made it sort of murky and dull. And it's just suspended there in the middle of the glass.
All of this seems very magical.
Yeah, I think seeing the nature of these, Bug is going to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Cool. Great.
Which
So
will
that
take
takes
10
10
minutes.
Cool, as we start to go around.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the rest of them while Bug's in their trance.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You go to the central one. In the central one, you see on a mannequin is a jacket. His jacket, which is made entirely of straw. There's like a golden straw, which has like bright green through the linings of the jacket. It goes down to like one's waist. Attached to the pocket is like a little metal implement like this, which looks like a crocodile mouth. If you put your hand up.
Excuse me!
And it has that's on the upper pocket, and it has 2 like quite big looking lower pockets as well. It looks sort of like permanently slightly sodden, and it has a little kind of like almost burnt, but this is definitely a different kind of burnt, like corroded away parts of it, and I sort of like just see like there's little holes in it which feel like not just a normal burn.
Okay.
Corrosive.
Next one.
Go on to the 4th one. You prestidigitate on the glass and see a blade. There is a sword suspended perfectly on a little plinth. It is made of steel, and in the base of it there is in the hilt rather, there's a hole, a space, which around that indentment there's kind of cracks which look like the steel has been sort of crushed, and something missing in that gap.
Did anyone get a good read on what the sword was like that was missing from the plinth?
Can I hold up my sword in comparison to see if it sort of fit roughly the shape that was missing around mine?
Cool, yeah, 100%. You hold that up. I think not even roll needed because that makes so much sense. That you look at that and you think back to the blueprint against that and what was on that plinth, and you think that it seems about right.
It seems similar.
Do you recognise it? Because you were in the photo. Drawing, sorry.
No, it looks like a sword. Swords are swords.
Swords are swords.
Give me a roll.
Cool. Just a roll. A 19.
You say swords are sword. I don't know. As you look at this thing, that like grounding, like confident feeling that you had as you were walking over to Rendaway kind of comes over you again as you're a bit like, scatter, like sword, whatever, you come a bit like flighty as usual. Then suddenly you look at it and you feel that kind of wash away from you, and there's a little sense of like, this isn't just a sword, like this is a different sword, this is a sword connected to that place, and something about it just feels really like right and really sure to you.
You look at home.
Yes.
Creepy.
I don't
want it?
Should we get it out?
I mean, I feel like that's what we're here for. But also, last time we did something to do with this sword, we
It did fill with sand.
Filled with sand,
Filled with sand.
Why don't we look at the final artifact as well, and
Yeah.
then wait for my detect magic to ping,
Yeah, I
and
like
then, and then see what happens.
I like that too.
Great. You go to that final glass box. You see it's about yay big. Inside there is quite a large hairbrush. The hairbrush is made out of like a parchment, a sort of like thick papyrusy sort of tough papyrus. It's got plating of silver around it and a big loop at the top of it. It is embedded into some like alabaster. That it is like baked, like obviously alabaster has been chipped at, and this has been left half stuck into the alabaster and half out.
Wow. Why is the sword not broken?
The sword did have the like crush around
Oh,
the
it
hilt.
did. Yeah, okay. So all these are ancient kind of doodads that have each been broken or burnt or whatever. I guess that's
Well,
why
are
things
they
end
all
up in museums, isn't it?
I mean, like, the jacket looked a little bit corroded, but how is the hairbrush broken? It's just embedded into this alabaster.
Okay, they're not functional then,
Oh, I see what you mean, yes.
if that makes sense. Well, that's why things end up in
Yeah.
museums, hey?
And as
alright.
you think about that actually, Bug, and with that ritual, detect magic at the end of that ritual, really focusing on like what is wrong with all these things, and yeah, there being kind of something wrong with them in some way, that you get the whiff, like the tiniest whiff of what used to be magic with all of these items, and you get exactly that sense that these have all been sort of ruined in some way that has neglected their magical properties and sort of made it no longer usable.
I convey this. I think they used to be magical, but they no longer are. But that doesn't mean that they can't be made magical again.
If you need artisans, we can talk to my dad.
Yeah.
Try and put a gem back in an hilt. I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
Sort of depends
But
what
there's
sort of
no
gem
other
it is.
magic around them. Like, it doesn't feel like there's like traps around them, or like we're gonna set off some like fancy alarm
Abjurations and
system.
bits and
Like,
pieces.
if we break this glass, it's not gonna like turn on sprinklers or anything.
Exactly, yeah, no, definitely
Okay.
not. No.
I do not condone stealing or any immoral acts.
I'm already got the thing open. What?
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Okay.
Like reaches in.
And takes the sword.
Yeah.
As you put your hand around the sword, a spirit like erupts in front of you. You immediately recognize this as the thing you saw in your dream. But now it's much clearer. There's these big, you can see it as well, these 8 glowing green eyes bloom up above you. What you thought you saw before are these like covered in leaves, these kind of long arms. As this kind of ghoulish creature like looks down at you, you see they've got a sort of smile which like stretches out its big sharp teeth. Sharp-toothed smile and looks down at you.
I recognize you.
I recognize you too, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. You found it. It screams and like engulfs you in a big hug. You feel this kind of like swill around you, and this like deep, like this sense again of knowledge of like, yes, this is my sword, this is it, this is a part of me. This sword in your hand just feels like an extension of your arm. You've never been so sure that something is meant for you. You feel connected to this beast around you, and to hundreds of years of your ancestors somehow like connected and tethered through time. She's like, oh darling, this is just the beginning of the end in some ways, but what's an end but a new beginning? And swirls around you. The whole room is swirling with that. All the other glass boxes shatter. All the objects within them begin to like regenerate to life. The chandeliers begin to spin alive, like twist around like little creatures as if they become animated. Bits of like the grass like tries to move as if it's trying to come towards you. The suits of armor start to move forward, and I need everyone to roll initiative, please. That is where we're going to end our session. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week.